can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm...
Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry up. They go to the ground. Spins away from the defender. At the 45 on his way. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. He wants to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet snicker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 15. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown time! And the route is on. This taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You gotta find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On second down, just keeps firing. Grabbed behind the line, it's Henderson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Give to the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Alabama 62, Ohio State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. With jet sweep pass. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. The 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Let's go! Cut!
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Looking to buy time. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants.
Red 70, black saw. White 53. White 53.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Looking to move it through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W and go out.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Point points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the game. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Judkins. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll run play action. He's taking the shot. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Gonna run it. It's Judkins. Puts him in the spin cycle. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Caught by the receiver. Timeout, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Crosses midfield. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.